Take a shower, but I'm gonna still be here watching. I'll be back real quick. I'm gonna take it'll take me like 20 minutes.
Significant
Uh,
differences or areas that we have talked about where we just totally disagree on things from a scientific and or coaching aspect. It's more of it's anything, and I don't even know if this has happened all that much, but it's like I said, it leads back to that communicational standpoint. I think that those are just generational differences. But I would urge any new coach coming up to be around as many different coaches as you can possibly be, both in their office time and coaching time to understand how they deal with certain situations and figure out where their voice needs to be. And if you don't have a voice, I'm not saying you can't be in this profession, but you better find one quick because it's going to be tough.
Joe, how about you? What are some areas you maybe try to relate your experience to P and maybe have a little back and forth or difference of thought?
I mean, obviously, I want to be successful. I want a lot of coaches to be successful because they're successful in who they are, and they have the confidence in who they are. And the ultimate goal is obviously athlete success, right? That's why we're doing it. At the end, if we bring success to the athlete, we've done our job. And I think the one thing that I think people would attest to this because it's happened to us, we don't talk enough about it, and I've talked to several of my visits over the past semester. I've talked to several young strength coaches about this, and I've got feedback. And I feel like I can't believe it. As simple as that. Go to practice. Meet the athlete where they're at. And a lot of times there's, oh, you just worry about us doing this. And you don't come. Showing up at practice will do more for your weight program than how good a coach you are and how well you ride a program. I told that to Peter. You want street cred? Go to practice.
yeah, he's not here right now. Sleepy cut. Yeah,
Then he goes training those athletes. That's not a bad. That's not bad or good.
I'm doing my homework right now, or I would.
And it's benefits. It's not practice.
Nah, they just gave me an assignment. I'm on campus.
And that gets into programming.
21.
Understand more.
Yeah.
This is why if you're sitting in the Lincoln all day, you're probably like, oh, this is what we talked about. But you can watch their practices and you watch how they do body weight and relative strength circuits at the end of the position and tumbling and things like that. You're like, oh, man, I need to. So that's something maybe with my sprint football team. You know, how to take a fall. I mean, we've always talked about, a lot of times, a lot of injury with football is falling is corrected, bracing the arm, separating the shoulder. So there's certain things that, and again, humbling is the best of this learning how to do certain things. Like Pete, we were talking the other day, Pete was laughing, but man, I want to do some cool stuff with the rifle. They shoot a gun,
No.
right? You got to think about it. You don't think about that until he says it, right? Because how many other sports?
Yeah, so
Do a gun show. Let's get the fire shot, right? You listen to that sport, that could be the difference of, point of a significant win. And so I think a lot of it is just or vice versa. I'm saying, call me up at 7 o'clock in the morning. It's like, hey, man, you ever? And sometimes it is what it is. You just gotta go with the flow. But I don't. I tried to. I don't want to say I tried to be super hands off, but I want him to know that. I want to see him play. Just know, man. I don't want to see anyone play. I don't want to be my own kid, but he's got to figure out things on his own. If he can't do created the tier system because I studied all the different programming that was out there before I created it, and I taught that way to the people that worked for me. And so he's got to go on his own path. Especially in a place like Army, right? Where there's scheduling conflicts. You make allegedly you get Army, you may have to get four. You know, and then you've got the third windows. And so there's a lot of things that I think I'll wait till the questions asked of me. But the one thing I would say, and I'll say it to anyone, the one thing I did tell them, go to practice. I'm telling you, if you go to practice, you will win. As you're learning, one, how to run a room, how to lead a room, and how to organize programs. Those are things that I wrote a book on the X's and O's of strength condition. That's the easiest thing we do. Like, I'm not going to sit here and lie and debate it. I mean, that's the one thing that I don't care what anyone says. I've just hit the boots on the ground long enough to know if you work a kid hard and you have understanding and qualified principles of training, you promote nowadays it's over promote, you know, in a good way, sleep and nutrition and recovery, which wasn't really spoken about a lot when I started. You're going to be successful. Like there's, you know, the only thing I always say, structured will always win over unstructured. What that structure is, man, we could, that, the debate of playing athlete was all.
A lot of great takeaways here today from both of you guys. I think we kind of brought together a full circle perspective on just advances, growth in the field. Want to give you both a chance to share contact info so that if people want to reach out and get connected with you guys, Pete, why don't you jump in first?
Yeah, I'm pretty easy. My Instagram is @Peter101. My Twitter is the same. My Gmail, I would prefer you use my personal over my West Point because I have so much West Point clutter in there from colonels and lieutenants and all other stuff. Email is Peter, 10 the number 1 for an @symbol or @Gmail. So that's how you can find me. If you have any questions, feel free to email me anytime. Like I said, I'm pretty open during the middle of the day, so I can have a chance to shoot back emails and stuff like that whenever I get the chance.
Joe, I know we can find you on Instagram, but what's the best way to get in touch?
I'll be honest with you. I'm on, like Pete said, I'm at Big House Power on Instagram and Twitter. I've got too many emails. I don't even know which one to give you. The best way to contact me is a direct message, and then I'll figure out which is the best email for you to contact me on. But, I mean, that's kind of how I've been operating right now. It works out better that way, especially this day and age with social media.
Perfect. All right, guys. Thanks so much for being with us today. Joe Ken and Peter Ken. That's the first father-son episode here on the NSCA Coaching Podcast. I want to thank everyone for tuning in and listening. We'd also like to thank Sorinex Exercise Equipment. We appreciate their support. From the NSCA, thank you for listening to the NSCA Coaching Podcast. We serve you, the coaching community. So follow, subscribe, and download for future episodes. We look forward to connecting with you again soon and hope you'll join us at an upcoming NSCA event or in one of our special interest groups. For more information, go to nsca.com.
This was the NSCA's Coaching Podcast. The National Strength and Conditioning Association was founded in 1978 by strength and conditioning coaches to share information, resources, and help advance the profession. Serving coaches for over 40 years, the NSCA is the trusted source for strength and conditioning professionals. Be sure to join us next time.
Yeah. 114. So when people start getting experience, the last 3 to 4 years before they land a full-time gig. Well, if you don't start that process until you've already graduated from undergrad, well, yeah, you're probably going to be working for free. So you're 24, 25, 26. If this is what you want to do, you have to get in early and you have to get in often.
This is the NSCA's coaching podcast, where we talk to strength and conditioning coaches about what you really need to know, probably just learning schools, strength and conditioning, and then everything else.
Welcome to the NSCA Coaching Podcast. I'm Eric McMahon. Today we're joined by Big House Power Coach Kent and his son Peter Kent, father-son episode here on the NSCA Coaching Podcast. I want to jump right into it. Joe, you've been on the podcast before. For anyone new to the field, doesn't know who you are listening in, give us some of the key stops along the way and just what you're doing right now.
So my last stop is coaching with a 9-year run at the Carolina Panthers from 2011 to 2019. Spent 19 years in the college life at Boise State, University of Utah, Arizona State, and Louisville. Started my career as an assistant strength coach at Alma Mater at Wake Forest. Spent 2 years year in the private sector. And now I am the Vice President of Performance Education for Dynamic Fitness and Strength out of Eau Claire, Wisconsin.
I had to laugh at national conference. You know, you've been a member of, and we had the what you're doing right now.
So my last stop in coaching was a 9-year run at the Carolina Panthers from 2011 to 2000. Spent 19 years in the college ranks at Boise State, University of Utah, Arizona State, and Louisville. Started my career as an assistant strength coach at my alma mater at Wake Forest. Spent 2 years at high school at Pinecrest Prep in Fort Lauderdale. A year in the private sector. And now I am the Vice President of Performance Education for Dynamic Fitness and Strength out of Eau Claire, Wisconsin.
I had to laugh.
Hey, thanks for having me.
Talk at coaches. It's important we recognize what we do, but it's
86.
NSCA. So
Strength coach at my alma mater at Wake Forest. Spent 2 years at high school at Pinecrest Prep in Fort Lauderdale. A year in the private sector. And now I am the Vice President of performance education for dynamic fitness and strength out of Eau Claire. Claire, Wisconsin.
I had to laugh at national conference. You know, you've been a member of the NSCA so long, and we had the 20-year tab for 20-year members, and you're like, hey, where's the 30, 35-year tab? So you had to put a couple different.
So my last stop in coaching was a 9-year run at the Carolina Panthers from 2011 to 2019. Spent 19 years in the college ranks at Boise State, University of Utah, Arizona State, Louisville. Started my career as an assistant strength coach at my alma mater at Wake Forest. Spent 2 years at high school at Pinecrest Prep in Fort Lauderdale. A year in the private sector. And now I am the Vice President of Performance Education for Dynamic Fitness and Strength out of Eau Claire, Wisconsin.
I had to laugh at national conference. You know, you've been a member of the NSCA so long, and we had the 20-year tab for 20-year members, and you're like, hey, where's the 30, 35-year tab? So you had to put a couple different tabs on your name tag there, but it's great all the work you've done in the field. So I thought that was hilarious, and we're gonna have to up our.
Have a little fun with it, right?
Yeah.
Well, it's funny because, again, I mean, you look at it from, well, it all started right around 1979, I think is when it really launched. And I get it from 86, and people need to, I mean, I think the NSA has got to realize that there's been some people that have been in it for the long haul.
Yeah, and it's important, your talk at coaches, it's important we recognize those voices, lessons of a veteran strength coach, and I know we're going to get into some of that here today. But I want to give Peter a chance, your son, to tell his story. Getting into the field, he is in his first full-time strength and conditioning coach role at Army. Peter, welcome.
Hey, thanks for having me. I'll just do a little bio, kind of something similar, I guess. Did 6 years of track and field in college at Appalachian State and Iowa State, finishing my tenure at Iowa State. Intern for the Carolina Panthers, Wake Forest, Appalachian State, Iowa State, and then also had a short stint in 2 different summers with Performance Sports in Dallas, Texas, and then was fortunate enough to land this position here with a really great department at Army. So, short little synopsis, but that's kind of how it's been, and I'm excited to be here for sure.
Yeah, Peter, I want to ask you, I think this is kind of what brought this episode together. You grew up in the field of strength and conditioning. A lot of us, maybe learned about this profession as a college student or a student athlete. You were exposed to it much earlier. Talk about that experience of just, lessons learned in the field from just being a kid with a dad who's been in the field for so many years.
Yeah, I think it's funny. You get those questions every now and then. I had a question for him the other day at 7 a.m. It's funny. You give him a call, you ask him, and he's like, "Hey, this is the way it goes in certain situations." But for a lot of it, it was just osmosis. And obviously, I didn't know I wanted to be a strength conditioning coach as a kid. You always talk about being a professional athlete, especially if you go up around sports leagues. That was big for me. And it wasn't until I was about 17, my last year of high school, where training started to become fun, and I fell in love with it, and I decided this is what I wanted to do. And from that point on, it was full speed ahead. I mean, I chose Appalachian State for that purpose, because I knew I wanted to be a strength coach. That was one of the best exercise science departments in the country, and it was right down the road. So a lot of that stuff was no-brainers, but I think the most important aspect of it has just been, once you make that decision, and even prior to that, growing up in weight rooms, it would be foolish of you not to kind of realize all those lessons that may not have been uh, explicit in nature, but seeing how my dad interacted with athletes and how that evolved from the time maybe we were at Arizona State until the end when we were with the Carolina Panthers, and seeing that evolution and trying to come up with the lessons in your head, maybe if he wasn't coming home and talking about them. And I think that's where a lot of it stems from, at least for me now, and how I try and treat athletes is seeing where he started and where it kind of has left off from his coaching career, and taking all those bits and pieces and adding them up to make this great kind of playbook, if you will, kind of throwing homage to the tier system playbook. But it's just been, really, really smooth transition for me. There were some bumps along the road, but that osmosis of once you know what you want to do and kind of diving into it as a whole, his lessons have just carried on through a majority of the things I do.
Joe, did you think he would become a strength coach? What were your thoughts when he was starting to pursue this, more seriously? And I think it's interesting, as fathers, our kids have this idea of what we do, but it's sort of through the lens of what we share with them. How did you communicate the field with Pete over the years?
I think a lot like Pete said. I'll be honest with you, when he did tell me, I was pretty shocked because there was never a hint of it. And with both my sons, I learned valuable lessons, and we have a lot of things that are valuable. I don't want to say I wish I could do over again. I just think that it is what it is, and I've learned from one son to the next. Like both of them were involved with team sports, and I felt my expertise in lifting weights and as a competitive powerlifter was I wanted them at that time to get into lifting and actually compete. And I didn't know at that time people wound up being a very successful grower, which is team/individual. But I wanted them to be aware of you can't hide from competition. That's one thing about what Pete wound up doing as a grower and what those lifters do. You can't hide behind your teammates when you walk up to a platform and you're attempting a weight that you probably have never lifted before, and now you've got to show how much you're training and how much your competitiveness and all comes together. So I wanted them, maybe it was forced them a little bit, but I wanted them to compete, to learn what it's like to be out there before yourself. You've done the work, accomplish what you can accomplish in training, and now you have to show people what you can do. And I prefer for them to do it in respect instead of, okay, now, drop that 225. Okay, well, if you got to it, I'm going to go through me and let somebody tell you what to do that 225. Just believe that, even for myself. I just like that. You tell me what you want, but even to now, I have another goal I'd like to do. With healthy, certain numbers of deadlift reps, especially kicking 57 years old, and it's not going to happen in the gym. I'll go to a meet and I'll do it in a meet because I want people to tell me it was a competitive lift. I don't, people may say, I don't do, I don't know if that's foolish or whatever you want to call it, but I just think that way, and I thought that way for both my sons. If we're going to do this, if we're going to train, if we're going to set a match, let's set a match where it counts. Even if the inside body position. So lifting to them, like I said, probably was a little one early on. They were both different athletes. He was definitely a hard gainer. He trained way more on his own because I had already started with the Panthers than my oldest son did. I don't know if my oldest son ever did a workout without me around. He did most of it without me, and a lot was kind of smashed coming through the earlier development. So I didn't even think about it. He was extremely strong in school, within his student government. I thought he may go that route, some kind of business and politics. And out of nowhere, he came back and said, getting close to college now. Applying for school, figuring out what he wants. same job, and because he went to App State, and most of us in our profession know that App State is one of the qualified, or one of the top, if not the original exercise science and strength and conditioning, that might put you over the top. And then the fact that he wanted to get the master's in there too, he's a double win. But I was, when he did it, the first thing I told him was, can't trade off the name. Like, I wasn't trying to be a-hole about it, but I wanted him to establish who he was for himself, because I've seen where a lot of times with coaching, the sibling or the son or the daughter rides the coattail but never gets the type of respect they truly have earned or deserve through their own process. So I wanted him to be aware of that early on. And I'll help with that if I can. But in the end, you got to play it out, see how it goes. And there was a lot of times when Stephen talked to us that, he was asking in a lot of the interviews, oh, will you feel tested? I'll let him go ahead and he goes, yeah. And then they go, well, why did you say it? So he can fill you in on that. I thought that, let them do their homework. Just you be who you are. And I would say, obviously, again, when you look at how quickly he got where he is, name recognition helps. Like anything else, you're not getting there on your own. But he did get there on his own because I reached out when I could. I gave him more advice through the process than I did as far as calling people in advance or doing anything like that. I mean, there was a lot of schools that I had no kidding even applied for that we got interviews with. And what I think helped him is kind of like with a colleague of mine out of sight. Because he knew what he wanted to do early on, his resume was pretty good for an undergraduate kid coming out of college right away. He's done multiple incomes. He worked full time. Well, I guess you could call it. He worked full time summers, 2 summers for performance sports, where he's coaching. He's not being led. He's leading through. He's coaching 500 athletes a day from middle school up to the best high school team in the country in Allen, Texas. So he worked with 5-star athletes. He worked with male athletes. He worked with female athletes. He's understanding what that day looks like. So I don't think he necessarily skipped any steps.
I like that.
I think he did what he needed to do. He did the free internships. He worked for money. I didn't think that he did it. We could talk about what my definition of a graduate assistant is in this day and age, but he did, what I would consider nowadays defined as a graduate assistantship while he was still with Coach Obrowski at Iowa State. So he had touched all the touch points. It was just a matter of how people recognize what he could bring to the table, what he had to offer, and who was going to be willing to give him that opportunity. And like my wife always has said from the beginning, don't sleep on Peter. And I think in some respects, based on the listening of some of the journey of his interview process, I think some people are going to get caught sleeping on him.
Hey, Pete, I want to ask you about this. You just looking at your resume, you've done a lot of internships. You've used your college and grad school years really well. Yeah, maybe you had a little head start just learning about the field, but what's been your approach through your education? And just talk about some of those things, the interviews you've had, and
I spotted some tracks earlier, close to where you're at right now. I'll send the coordinates.
Talked about it early, it was never going to be a right-on situation. And so a lot of it for me was, I may have doors open, but then how do you stay in the door? And that's something that I try and talk to you a lot about with any of our events like that is, you may get a recommendation that gets you somewhere, but you're not going to stay there if you don't have what it takes. And so the number one thing that I made sure of was, at the end of the day, it didn't matter where the name got me or any of that. I was going to make sure that once I got there, they realized what was really going on, and it was that I had. I'm not trying to be the best coach in the world, so I have every answer to that in regard to programming. But something right because athletes come up to me, tell me they feel stronger than they've ever been, and that could be anecdotal in a lot of ways. But in my short tenure here,
Dude, you not killed anything?
I've worked with.
I'm doing my
Chad.
homework, sitting here waiting.
Dude, you ain't
Some
doing
one of your
nothing.
friends joined and he was
Who?
being annoying. I don't know. I muted him.
What was his name?
I don't know.
What? One of my friends joined?
Yeah.
Was he on 2K?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Was it Undio?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. What was he saying?
Some gay stuff.
Like what?
Want to play 3-on-3?
Oh yeah, he's trying. Yeah, he's like he's a lockdown. He's trying to play with me. Some guy I met on there. Diamonds by the boatload. Bank account looking big. Diamonds by the boatload. Chase, you trying to like kiss or what?
Yeah.
Yes. Basil. This is some intense gameplay. I'm not even gonna lie to you, gang. Are you sure you're not supposed to be doing anything?
I can.
What if nothing shows up here? Go hit a trick shot or something. Diamonds by the boatload. Sipping on red like red wine. Red.
Came down to applications for those who move into that section of your journey. Crushing applications like every day, 3 or 4 days. I know a lot of people have that same anecdote with their career where when they first started, they were sending out unsolicited emails to coaches telling them what they're about, what they want to do, writing cover letters, changing everything. It's a grind. It wasn't easy. I mean, I interviewed and talked to a few different places before I was even offered a spot, and it was pretty interesting how it all went down. But I would say I was handed anything by any means in terms of when I actually got offered a job. I'm sure some people may have pulled back, but at the end of the day, like my dad said, it was, hey, are you Joe Kent's son? And I'm like, yeah, I am. And I really didn't like answering that question or even bringing it up. My dad was never on my resume. It was almost never to be found other than the Carolina Panthers internship that I had on there. So and their question was, why don't you want him on there? I'm like, because I don't want you to want him, I want you to want me. And I think that's how a lot of young individuals in this profession need to start thinking is, you got to stop downplaying yourself, which is something my dad said a lot of times. Like, if you don't think you're the best coach in the room, why are you in the room? And I don't care if I am the best coach in reality, if someone says to me, there's plenty that are, but I need to believe that I'm the best so that my players don't think that they've got some scrub in there. And that's important to me. That's going to help build our relationship. And that's something that I try to do even when I was an intern was be what the coach needs me to be foremost, who I was under, who was supervising me, and making sure that I follow all of the lessons that they needed me to follow, but then also bring the juice when you need to because, if you're just walking around changing plates all day and you never ask the coach if you can coach, well, then they're never going to let you coach. And that was big for us, is making sure we were coaching early on, just because some people don't know how to coach a squad anymore. It's interesting for sure.
Really like that point on confidence. It takes confidence to get up in front of a group and be a coach. course of your career. I think one thing that has held true is the value of experiential learning. You know, we might call it internships now, maybe there were more TAs back in the day. Um, Talk about kind of that progression that you've seen, and uh, and related to just the advice for young coaches that Peter was talking about.
There's two ways for me to look at it. From what I stand now is one thing is becoming strength coaches trying to figure out what decisions to make, and then from the decision-making process of administration above me. And in my role as a director of sports performance, or whatever the title is at the school you happen to work at, and figuring out what are the best practices to put these positions in a successful spot for the student to, I guess, win, right, to be successful at, and have something on their resume that qualifies them for positions of what we recognize in the past. And as you know, my big soapbox is what's the definition of a graduate assistant in this day and age, especially at the Power 5 schools that don't have graduate assistants much anymore, and their investment has gone all in with full-time coaching, which is great, right? The problem I see is I don't know how many qualified coaches have those positions, because the internship graduate assistant part has kind of fallen off a little bit. And one of the things that I think we need to address is what is an internship versus what is a graduate assistantship in this day and age. To me, I would define a graduate assistantship in this day and age as any student coach who goes to school as a master's degree student at that school and is working in that school's strength and conditioning and sports performance department. Like I just visited Appalachian State in the Olympic side, I think they have 6 interns that are working with Coach Travis Triplett in the exercise science department. And again, because they don't offer what we consider a graduate assistantship to the athletic department, they're considered interns. But most of those kids are putting in, a legitimate 15, 20 plus hours a week. Well, in this day and age, because we're paying 5 strength coaches just for a football program, to me, that qualifies as a graduate assistant. An intern is an undergraduate situation, or an off-site internship. So say, like at Springfield, I know they used to have to do off-site internships. If you are going to be a graduate student, and one of the responsibilities for you to graduate is to do an off-site internship, that to me is an intern. Then if you're paid, right, we're talking about different types of pay structure. Is it more in tune with you on
Jacob, look.
Oh, fuck. Dude, come on, Chase, lock in. You missed.
No, I
Chase, hit it
didn't.
on the run. Come on.
Reload.
No, Chase, no. No, I was way behind.
No.
You gotta track it. You gotta track it.
Told you. Where'd he go? We gotta get him.
Come on, Chase.
I know I hit him. It wasn't a white-tailed deer.
No, it wasn't. Oh. Examine them.
I am. Did I not hit him?
It's gone. I don't think you hit him, dude. I think you shot under or over.
Why is there tracks over here?
I don't know. You didn't even try to hide your stand, did you?
What do you mean?
You
That's
gotta try
just
to hide your stand.
where it goes. It was just a spot that you built it.
Oh. I can't believe you missed, gang.
I'm gonna find them. Watch.
Oh, shoot, Chase. You gotta sneak, dude. You can't just run. They're gonna hear you. Come on, Chase. Come on.
Oh shit. Oh, bunny rabbit.
Oh, right below you.
What are, those are bunny rabbits.
Oh, it just looks really. They look freaking huge from how I'm looking at it.
I mean, I can shoot a bunny
Oh,
rabbit.
look. What does that mean? Does that mean it's a. Oh.
It's an animal call.
Dude, can you lock in and kill something?
I don't never know. Just want to go back to my deer stand.
Do you not like this game?
What? Yeah. What are you talking about?
I don't know, bro. I just be saying stuff.
Trying to do my homework.
Yeah, I'm about to hop on 2K or college football. I wanted to. Do your homework. This can wait. Kill a rabbit. You missed, dude. You're ass.
Oh, damn.
Hit it on the run then. Oh!
Damn.
Nah. Kill the bird.
No. You can't.
What kind of gun are you shooting?
Maybe you can't. A rifle?
Oh, yeah. You don't know the name?
So,
The fuck, man?
bro, I'm not gonna find my deer stand.
You think you're lost forever?
Probably. Here we go.
Diamonds by the boatload.
Can't lose me, I'm a GB. I'm gonna go check the drinking spot since I'm out and about. Whoa!
Alright, well, let me know if you, find anything popping off. I'll rejoin it.
Alright.
Who do I think's gonna win, A&M or Missouri? I'm gonna go A&M. Bro, they added that Ron Williams today, bro.
Oh!
That's my boy. Even though he plays for Bama, but like, I still F with some, you know.
I don't know if there's a third staff anymore because these directors are hiring assistants and then turning them loose. There is no commonality with training plans. There is no commonality to training terminology.
You get perks and skills.
Mm-hmm.
You pop Molly and ecstasy.
Mm-hmm.
Huh? I'm set my stand. Go back to doing my homework.
See how many people work under them, and see if they're doing the same terminology, the same programming, the same periodization models. Because if they're not, that's not a step. That's just somebody. It's just like we always say, right? Who's the person who's organizing the schedule for the weight room? All you're doing is you're just overseeing a bunch of people. Yeah, you could say, oh, well, we have professional development meetings. Yeah, that's all CYA. Just like with the daily staff meetings, if we anybody can meet to meet. Anybody can check boxes. So when they meet with the higher ups, oh, we've had a staff meeting, this, and this, and you still haven't accomplished anything. What are you doing in that role that allows you to say, well, I'm a leader. What are you leading? You turned everybody loose. So there's a lot to be addressed. And again, I came up in the world where it was done differently. And now things have changed. I'm not saying I don't want free independent thinkers. I've always had them. But I always said,
Chase.
go run your own program.
What?
If you got what it takes,
I don't know.
run your own program.
To be honest, I just said your name. I got scared.
When we hire people, I go, you got to understand now, and you will earn the right to have some autonomy in certain things. But in the end, this is the terminology, this is the schematics, how you make that your own. That'll show how well of a coach you are in the future.
Yeah, it makes me think there's always been a little bit of a labor crunch of like, hey, to run this program the right way, I'm going to need 3-4 assistants. Well, I don't have the funding for that, so I need volunteers, I need GAs, I need assistants. We've always been advocating for more roles in the department. Pete, I want to ask you about this, where you're navigating this right now. When you see opportunities in the field, jobs that get posted, in your eyes, as a young strength and conditioning coach, what do you view as a good opportunity from a learning standpoint, and just in terms of where you're at today?
So I kind of want to throw a couple things in here that I was thinking about when my dad was talking and some of those other questions. One, if you are looking to enter the full-time process, you need to sit down and say, where can I live? Where can I not live? What am I comfortable with accepting as my role? What is the division that I want to be at? What's the lowest I'm willing to go? You need to answer all those questions in your head first. And then when you apply somewhere, regardless of if they have a preferred qualification or what it is, if you don't have a job, you better be applying to every single place, regardless if you have the minimum qualifications or not, because the worst they can do is say no. But I got a lot of emails back. I got a lot of
Yeah, you see what it is.
places that I didn't necessarily meet their direct criteria, where at the end of the day, if I don't ever apply because
I see everything, buddy.
take a shot in the first place. But a lot of people will save your resume.
360. No
I think a
scope.
lot of young professionals in this field just see, minimum qualifications 2 years and 2 years, and it's like, no, bud, you can still apply. That apply tab is still open for you. And if you're never going to give yourself a shot at a job that you may not think you deserve, it's never going to happen. And then I think that's for the young people coming in. I think for the coaches now, and especially for internship processes, right? If we were going to break it down to what would be considered, pretty common sense, right? You would think a Power 5 internship is going to yield more educational opportunities for the intern themselves to grow and progress as a coach. And as you work your way down, typically you're going to see less and less value of education. Where we're at now is we're seeing, maybe lower level deals, providing more opportunities
Diamonds by the boatload.
that you don't see at the Power 5 right? You are just
Yeah,
both
yeah.
all day in the SEC. You're going to build house all day in the SEC. But guess what? When you're at university, you know, they were the best of you guys, and there's 22 teams, so you're going to be right on. And I think it's important, and this is something that kind of I've been thinking about for a while now. If we're going to run internship programs as coaches, well, if we have a job open up, we better at least be considering one of the guys that are coaching the program. Considering them as your own interns, you probably don't have a very good program. And that is one of those deals that's frustrating, I'm sure, for a lot of people in our internship programs is, oh, we have this job open up, coach, I want to put my name in. Oh, you're not ready yet. Well, why the hell was I just intern being for 11 months if I'm not ready? You know what I mean? You must not be a very good educator, or you must not have provided enough for that intern to be
Can't finish my homework till these deer pull up.
because if it just
Alright, dude, let me know when they pull up, man.
give someone a shot, and I'm not saying there aren't extenuating circumstances. Whatever is from an administration that may be passed down to the director and what it may be, and I understand those completely. But you better give your intern a shot, because if you don't have a very good internship program. And I think that needs to be thought of a lot more, especially for some of these bigger universities. Is, you know, we see all these chains of, oh, coaching chain, here's this, and this. And it's like, did you really get them there, or did you not? And I think a lot of people, that's great, and I think a lot of people haven't. You're just pawning off these names of schools that kids got you because they worked, 40 hours a week at a D1 while still being an intern at your gym or your institution, rather. So it's things like that get frustrating, but I think it's important for both sides to see where they can be better. If you're a young up-and-comer, you better be applying to everything, big name, small name, doesn't matter, because you're going to get a shot from someone. And there's no doubt about it, it's hard and frustrating. I mean, I was sitting there from March, April till July looking for a spot. And that's with everything I had been through and done. And, it was a long search, but eventually you're going to find a spot that it all makes sense and it works out. You just have to be willing to do that. And by the way, I was working part-time at an apartment complex at Iowa State, interning, taking graduate classes and doing track and field, not trying to toot my own horn, but that's part of the journey is no matter who your dad is, you're still going to be interning and working part-time. And you got to understand that as you start this journey.
That's great advice. Pete, I want to ask you also, you're at Army, and we know the unique demands put on those student athletes. I wanted to pick your brain. You're working with sprint football, wrestling, and rifle, some uniquely different and sports. What's your experience there, and how does that maybe differ than a typical college environment?
Right. So, one of the things that we're always having to look at is from a scheduling standpoint, where do these athletes have mandatory things? For us, we're going to have scheduling breaks at the middle of the day from class start to class finish where they are not allowed to do anything. And typically for us, that's from 7:30 or 8 till 3. And during that break, student athletes are in class 24/7. They are not allowed to leave. And, there are some circumstances, obviously, that restricted, but for the most part, our job is to make sure that we're following university code. And, okay, do they have authorizations to miss a morning formation at this time of year if they're in season?
Wait a minute.
Talk about
Diamonds by the boatload.
you also have combatives or classes where dudes are literally boxing each other, or females are.
Yeah, I'm a rich guy.
Someone's going to get hurt on a rear naked choke, and then they come to your lifting session and they got issues. And that's one of those things that we try and discuss management of fatigue and things like that, nature of what they're doing in sport versus out.
Chase, what are you watching?
And,
I'm doing my homework.
we have the ACS.
Who's talking?
test.
The professor?
A podcast of a doctor or something, a strength and conditioning coach. Oh, bro.
On Wednesday morning during your 5:30 a.m. session, he's like, Coach, I can't go today. I got to do the obstacle course. Well, that kind of thing is the plan. So a lot of what we do is adapting on the fly. In some circumstances, we try and plan things out as best we can. Luckily, you know, a lot of the head coaches here are well versed in where they need to be and how that schedule plays out. But for the most part, it's just continually adapting to an ever-changing schedule with study days that move around, so days where they don't have any class, but we still can't work with them for a certain point because they're supposed to be studying that day. Holidays, which there's nothing allowed to be done. There's a myriad of different things that interrupt the schedule, but at the same standpoint, it's a really cool environment to see how these kids operate. And truthfully, it's got to be one of the hardest schools in the country to attend. And from an academic standpoint, especially if you're a student athlete, but it's really, really awesome to see where some of these kids end up. And, you know, obviously I work with two sports that are weight dominant in nature. Sprint football, you have to weigh less than 178 pounds. And wrestling, obviously, there's...
But the stuff kind of me, him. But the stuff kind of me, him. Yeah, I'm him.
Part of some of that implementation. Then I got a sport like rifle where arguably almost nothing we do in the division is going to have a direct transfer to their school, but we utilize our time in the weight room to improve general health, wellness, fitness, as well as try and get better at the ACST.
I'm scared, Chase. I'm scared.
We've dialed in on
I just want you to kill your deer.
having the conversation with athletes where in a unique situation like this, hey, what do you need to do? What do you want to learn? What are areas of your improvement that you want to see personalized? So with a sport like that, it's much different than the rest of it. You know, when I go into wrestling, no, me and the head coach have talked extensively about what the plan is, what days are going to be moved around because they either do have authorizations or don't. And these are our go days, these are our non-go days. Here's how it all rolls out. And that's part of that shifting and understanding what the Army is like. That, frankly, the Army doesn't care about your sport.
Chase, I've been sitting watching you play this game for so long, and I
Dude,
ain't
he
even
just
seen
sits
you
there in
shoot a
his deer
gun.
stand.
I ain't even seen you shoot the gun yet.
Journey at West Point that they're ready to go and battle. And
What's going on? Do you even know how to play?
related to programming sports.
Bro, I'm doing my homework. I'm waiting for the deer.
Dude, go hunting.
Okay.
Bear, 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 bear! Dude, you just get more. What are you doing? Go kill it! Did you not see that? Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. I cannot believe you lost it.
He missed earlier. He shot at, I don't know what it was. He shot at it and he missed bad.
Look what y'all did.
What'd you say?
Shoot the moon! Shoot it! Shoot it! Reload! Oh my gosh!
Oh fuck! Oh fuck! I'm
You're
dead.
dead, you're dead, you're dead, you're dead, you're dead. Just shoot the moose. Just shoot it one time in the head. Black bear.
Bro, what the F just happened?
You ain't hunting no black bear.
Bro, I got fucked up. Should have had out the shotgun. No, but y'all don't listen. Y'all don't pay attention.
You're not quiet enough to play this game.
He just sprints everywhere.
And you spam that thingy.
Go. Oh, fuck.
Come on, Chase, walk in and get a kill. There's no way you're going negative in a hunting game, are you?
Did he die?
Chase. You're
No,
going negative?
Bro, how did you die, gang?
no, I didn't
I
die.
didn't even
He
know you could
did
die
die.
in that game.
I
He
didn't even
almost
know
killed
animals
me.
had guns.
He almost killed my ass.
Yeah, he had a shotgun, almost killed you.
Just those meetings alone.
Oh my, this game is just too realistic.
In the future. Because generally you stick with one sport, you meet with those coaches. Most of those coaches have the same personality, and they don't vary.
Yeah, I'm finishing my homework. Tell me if there's a deer.
Deer, deer,
Deer,
deer.
deer, 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 deer.
Right here. I'm clicking on it. I'm clicking on it.
It's not that they're hard headed.
Deer,
Chase
deer,
your
deer, deer,
son.
deer.
Chase your son. Chase your son. Chase your son. Chase your son.
There's a handful of football coaches who didn't play football.
Bird. Bird, Chase. Bird. You're duck hunting.
They understand.
Chase, deer, 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 deer.
Duck hunting. Duck hunting.
They have certain what I would call non-negotiables. That as a strength coach, you've got to understand how are you going to accept certain things. Where other sports, the tennises, the golfs, and those types of sports, they're more open in some respects. Unless I played on tour.
Chase Black Bear. Right here. Black Bear.
And there's certain things again.
No,
Legendary Black Bear.
no, there's not.
He just walked behind this tree.
Depending on the university, depending on the setup, one of the first things I talk to young strength coaches when they get their first
Come on,
job,
Chase. You gotta mount that on your wall.
pick and choose. I don't want to say your battle, just pick and choose discussion points. If it's a track and field,
Let's see who's all online.
the strength coach does the weights.
Oh, Shauna, BTW, TTV.
Anything I can do to support.
Playing Dead by Daylight.
What's she playing?
They understand the rules.
Good old Dead by Daylight.
In case they need to be certain.
I need to re-download that game.
I'm
Yeah,
not gonna lie,
for
I was
real,
thinking
let's do
about
it.
it.
Okay, I'll download it right now.
Alright, I'm downloading it right now.
Well, I'll play this.
All right, hold on.
So I think that
Bro, it's $30. Yeah, on a different account.
the financial status of gold would be to have.
Or if I upgrade to extra.
I would bet you it's a lot easier for assistants, staff members, and their teammates out, but everything's copacetic. If I train 3 days a week and you train 4 days a week, you go on vacation, now I've got to learn a whole different program for the 2 weeks you're out, and you may call 5 exercises.
I can get Red Dead. I can download Red Dead 2.
And what is it? They're looking
I can download Mortal Kombat 11,
that's another
Fallout 4.
right? I think that's growth. That's where I think that look at all these kids who play multi-sports. You learn from different athletes, different movement patterns, different personalities of those athletes, different personalities of those coaches. Dealing with male athletes, dealing with female athletes is going to give you more arsenal in your toolbox when you do choose what direction.
Mine's downloaded.
I've never coached baseball directly.
What the heck?
I coach volleyball.
Is it gone?
Spiking the volleyball is same as throwing a 90-mile fastball.
Oh, it's right here. I'm geeking.
Overhead sports.
Yes, sir. Downloading the PS5 version.
In baseball, knowing that if I just was a football strength coach. I mean, that's a real simple example, but I can, you can go the same thing. Look at different sports. Look at what basic relationships they may have. You know, if they're all going to run, they're all going to sprint, right? They're all going to need to be explosive. For even the cross country athlete is going to have some type of explosiveness they're going to need. Because what is the coach?
Let's see how long my Dead by Daylight has. Mine has. Well, that's not. I know that's not right.
Everybody, we got to win the fourth quarter. So everything has
Has an hour and 1 minute.
Is going to fit both sports. It's the uniqueness and the outliers of that sport, which really is in the protection part of where you got to gear in. I think that gives you a different mindset than the single sport perspective.
Welcome to the College Ultimate Team Challenge.
So now you're really limited. And if you're the third or fourth football strength coach and lose a job,
Dude, I've been playing this Marvel Snap card game on my phone for the past 3 days, and I'm addicted. It's like Clash Royale, but you can't, like, pay money to get the best cards in the game. Like, you actually have to play it to unlock new cards.
Oh. Scenario where you are working with anyone to continue to educate and make connections outside of that so that you can have opportunities, because Pete, you probably didn't anticipate being a rifle strength coach.
Giddy up, look.
Giddy up.
Not as common a sport, where a sprint
Giddy up.
unique things going on.
I am Iron Man.
You guys are both in the same field, different stages of the profession.
Dang, Cash.
What are some areas that maybe you guys
He was hopped up.
disagreed or debated on, within the area of strength and conditioning, and share a little of that insight with us?
I don't know if we've ever really disagreed on anything X's and O's wise or scientifically. We definitely disagree on possible communication styles here and there. But that's one thing where I think the communication style that you choose as a strength coach is probably going to be a culmination of all the different coaches you've heard.
After you play 3 or 4 cost card, move it here.
That's the best, and which best matches your personality and what you're comfortable with moving forward.
Come on, Nova.
I think that obviously shows the difference in communication style. One from my dad's generation to mine in general, outside of this, in all of society, we have a much different communication style and what's expected from a respect level, right? Like a lot of people my age aren't doing, elders don't necessarily get respect right away, or respect has to be earned by everyone. That's a pretty standard barrier for my generation to previous generations. And I think for us, I haven't noticed significant differences or we've talked about where we just flat out disagree on things from a scientific and or coaching aspect. It's more of, if anything, and I don't even know if this has happened all that much, but like I said, at least back to that communicational standpoint. I think that those are just generational differences. But I would urge any new coach coming up to be around as many different coaches as you can possibly be, both in their office time and coaching time, to understand how they deal with certain situations and figure out where their voice needs to be. And if you don't have a voice, I'm not saying you can't be in this profession, but you better find one quick, because it's going to be tough.
Joe, how about you? What are some areas you maybe try to relate your experience to Pete, and maybe have a little back and forth or difference of thought?
Well, I mean, obviously, I want them to be successful. I want a lot of coaches to be successful, because if they're successful in who they are, and they have the confidence in who they are, then the ultimate goal is obviously athletes success. That's what we're doing. the end, if you bring success to the athlete, we've done our thing. And I think the one thing that, and I think Pete would attest to this because it's happened to him, we don't talk enough about it, and I've talked to several in my visits over the past semester, talked to several young strength coaches about this, and I've gotten feedback like they're like, I can't believe it. As simple as that. Go to practice. You know, meet the athlete where they're at. A lot of times they're you just worry about us doing weights. You know, you don't come. The showing up at practice will do more for your weight program.
Touchdown Razorbacks.
And how well you write a program. I told that to Pete. I said, you want street cred? Go to practice. Just show up. Oh, you know, I mean, and it's paid off. I mean, because now that he comes to practice 3 days a week. I mean, based off Pete's schedule, I bet he spends more time at
Dude, I can't wait to play some Dead by Daylight.
Me too.
That's not bad or good. That's
You know why I like playing Dead by Daylight, Chase?
benefits him.
Huh?
I like the Killers.
They got practice and the athletes
Because there's nothing you can do to make us not lose.
programming. It can help him understand more when the wrestling coach says we've got to
There's
get
Chase, I'll be
nothing.
honest with you. You're scaring me pretty bad
There's
right now.
nothing.
You're probably like, oh, this guy doesn't know what he's talking about.
Even if you just want to sell and die, it just makes it quicker and easier for us to get out now.
At the end for conditioning or tumbling.
Dude,
No, I'm
are
pretty
we
sure
trying to play
they
Killers now?
added they added that one thingy that I talked to you about
Yeah, I
that one
think it's a
time, Jacob,
full-time game
like a
mode.
month ago. Yeah, like the 2 killers and 8 people.
Yeah, we need to try that.
That should be sick. And I'm pretty sure the maps or whatever like are a lot bigger now for
I don't remember
that.
her I used. I
Exact
can't
re-
remember.
Dude, you can use the Powerpuff Girls and Multiverse.
Yeah, I seen that, bro.
I would so use Bubbles.
I don't really know many of them.
You don't think about that until he says it, right? Because how many other sports? Oh, let's do arm farm. Let's do a gun show.
Dude, season 3 to Kill a Justice Squad.
That sport, that could be the difference of, you know, points.
Chase, are we gonna like kiss or no?
Yeah.
Chase, you trying to fuck or what? Good. Sorry.
Are you gonna kiss me or not?
You just gotta go with the flow. I feel like it's easy. I don't want to say I tried to be.
Bro, someone 1v1 me.
No more.
Marvel Snap.
I don't have that game, brother.
He's got to figure out things on his own. Like if he can't see those in there, I think I'm gonna do.
Ooh, I'm about to go off right here.
I'm gonna do the tier system.
This guy's not raiding.
We getting on
Ooh,
Clash every
I'm
day.
about to
That's
go
about
off.
it.
Hey man, I
Dude, I need to get on my Clash. It's been a minute. I probably have like full everything that I can just start upgrading.
Yeah, bro, I get on there every day.
programming that was out there before I created it, and I taught that way to the people that worked for me. And so he's got to go on his own.
I'm about to get on there right now.
Right? There's scheduling conflicts. You may allegedly you get 8 hours a week in the NCAA rules, but in Army you may only get 4. You know,
Hey, just want to give me all night.
so there's a lot of things that I think that I'll wait till the questions asked of me. But
Help, 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 help!
The one
That's
thing
all we're gonna hear while playing Dead by Daylight.
if you go to practice, you
Help, 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 help! I'm hooked, I'm hooked, I'm hooked!
learn a rule, how to lead a rule,
I'm dead.
and how to
Origins Easter egg?
Right now?
Yeah, dude. Chase, you trying to do Origins Easter egg?
I'm doing
Look, you know
homework.
how to do it.
debated. I mean, that's the one thing that I don't care what anyone.
You know how to do it, so like it don't matter.
Yeah.
Boots on the ground long enough to know if you work a kid hard and you have understanding and qualified principles of training, and you promote nowadays over nutrition and recovery, which wasn't really spoken about a lot when I started, you're going to be successful.
This guy is tweaking right now, bad.
What do we say?
You understand? Oh man, he's geeked.
What that structure is, man, we could. That's the debate of how to train.
I'm hot.
I'm cooking this guy. I'm snapping on him.
Here today, from both of you guys, I think we kind of brought together full circle perspective on just advances, growth in the field. Want to give you both a chance to share contact info, so that if people want to reach out and get connected with you guys. Pete, why don't you jump in first?
Yeah, I'm pretty easy. My Instagram is at PeterKen1. I believe my Twitter is the same. My email, I would prefer you use my personal over my West Point because I have so much West Point clutter in there from
Come on, Hulk.
lieutenants and all other stuff. My personal email is peterken1@gmail.com.
Oh my gosh, this is gonna be so close.
That's pretty much for all my platforms. Is Peter, last
He
name Ken,
won,
and the number
bruh. Are we freaking serious, bro?
Find me. If you have any questions?
Chase, it's on Chase, bro. It's on Chase. That's all I have to do is blame Chase.
Have a chance to shoot back emails and stuff like that whenever I get the chance.
Joe, I know we can.
Not my fucking fault.
What's the best way to get in touch?
I'll be honest with you. I'm on, like Pete said, I'm at Big House Power on Instagram and Twitter. I've got too many emails
Chase.
to give you. The best way to contact me is a direct message. And
Is it too late now to say sorry? What killer was it they added to Dead by Daylight? I forgot. Chucky. He's on there now.
There is a lot of them.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. I do really
There's a
like
lot
Dead
of
by
new
Daylight. I love the
killers and a lot of
killers.
new maps.
I think that's why I'll always be probably like. I wonder, can you party up as killers now? Like 2 of you be killers?
If you can, that's kind of cool. Now I think about it.
Thank you for listening to the NSCA Coaching Podcast. We serve you, the coaching community. So follow, subscribe.
Yeah, I think that's why I'll always probably be like the top dog, just 'cause like they have
For more information, go to NSCA.
every killer
This was the NSCA's coaching
besides like
podcast.
Jason
The
and
National Strength and Conditioning Association was founded
but
in 1978 by strength and conditioning coaches to share information, resources, and help advance the profession. Serving coaches for over 40 years, the NSCA is the trusted source for strength and conditioning professionals. Be sure to join us next time.
Damn, I finally finished that shit.
good work, boy. You're locked in today. Are you hunting anything?
No, I'm gonna take me a shower, y'all. Let me know if y'all see anything.
You're not even locked in, gang.
I'm locked in to Dead by
Honestly.
Daylight.
Yeah, but you're gonna take a shower.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what I'm locked in for.
2K?
Mm-hmm.
Don't call me too.
After you play a card here, double its power. Dude, I'm about to lay down the Incredible Hulk there.
What is that game? What do you do?
So, it's like a Clash, okay, but like you don't place cards down and like they spawn in and fight or whatever. You just like have to get, like each card does like a certain amount of power, so like 1 through
So
like
is it kind of like Pokemon?
12. No, not even like Pokemon either. Like, I don't know. It's just like own card game, kind of. But like, you just have the most, like, you have to have the highest number at each location. And there's 3 locations, so like, you can win with 2, you can win with all 3, you could win like 2 tied and 1. on your side. You just have to have the most at the end of it.
Oh, okay.
And then you get cards by just playing it and getting like upgrades for them. And the more you upgrade them, the better they get. Like you can't even like buy none, like no like crazy cards or anything.